Good evening, dear traveler through time. My name is Mr. James Candlelight, and I'm honored to spend this timeless moment with you. Tonight, we visit the shop of Thomas Ashford, an 87-year-old watchmaker who has spent 65 years repairing clocks and watches, keeping time accurate, ensuring that every second is counted. Thomas's shop is filled with the sound of ticking, hundreds of clocks, all measuring time, all marching forward in their precise mechanical way. But on the wall behind Thomas's workbench hangs one clock that doesn't tick, one clock that has been stopped for exactly 43 years, its hands frozen at 3:17. This is Thomas's own clock, the one he made as a young man, the most perfect timepiece he ever created, and he refuses to fix it. When people ask why, his answer has changed over the years, but recently, at 87, his answer has become simple. Because I finally understand that time doesn't need to be measured to be real, and sometimes the most important moment is the one that never ends. This is a story about time and timelessness, about measuring and letting go, about understanding that life isn't about counting every second, but about recognizing when to stop counting and simply be. Before we enter Thomas's shop, let us prepare with deep relaxation so we can understand what it means to step outside of time. Settle in now. Get comfortable. Stop counting. Let's begin. Imagine yourself in a room full of clocks, ticking, talking, chiming, all measuring time, counting seconds, marking minutes. Now imagine them slowing down, one by one. Tick, tock, tick, tock. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and with each number, the clocks will slow. You will relax deeper, and time will matter less and less. 10. Feel yourself here, now. Not in the past, not in the future. Just this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. Time is just a measurement, but this moment is real. 9. Notice your body without checking the time. You don't need a clock to know you're tired. You don't need a watch to know you need rest. Your body has its own time, its own rhythm. Trust it. 8. You are completely safe. There's nowhere you need to be. No deadline, no schedule, no appointment. Just this, just now. Just being. 7. Thoughts about time pass through. I should have. I need to. What if I don't have enough time? Let them pass. They're just thoughts. They're not reality. Reality is this moment, and this moment is enough. 6. This rest is necessary. You've been racing the clock for so long. Trying to save time, make time, find time, manage time. But tonight, time doesn't matter. Only rest matters. 5. Peace exists outside of time. It's not measured in minutes or hours. It's the space between seconds. the pause between heartbeats, the eternal now that's always available. 4. Breathe in gratitude for this moment, for the chance to stop counting, for the permission to just be, without measuring, without timing, without rushing, for the timeless space of rest. 3. You can see it now. A shop full of clocks, but one is silent. One has stopped, and in its stopping, there's wisdom. This is where we're going. This is what you'll learn. 2. Your body is so heavy now, so relaxed, like a clock winding down, slower, slower, until it stops, until it rests. Let yourself wind down completely now. 1. Step into the shop. The ticking fades, the counting stops. As the story unfolds, you will learn what it means to break free from time. You are welcome. You are timeless. You are here. And now we enter the shop where a watchmaker stopped counting. Thomas Ashford's watch repair shop is like stepping into another century. The building is old, Victorian era, maybe older. The wooden floors creak. The windows are thick with age, casting wavy light. But what you notice most is the sound. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Hundreds of clocks, all at slightly different rhythms, creating a symphony of time measurement. Grandfather clocks, mantle clocks, cuckoo clocks, wall clocks, pocket watches, all counting, all measuring, all marching forward, second by second, minute by minute. Behind the main counter is the workshop, a bench covered in tools, tiny screwdrivers, magnifying glasses, tweezers, countless small parts in organized trays. And at that bench sits Thomas Ashford. He's 87 years old, thin and slight, with completely white hair and glasses so thick they magnify his eyes. He wears a jeweler's loop on a headband and is bent over a pocket watch, working with infinite patience. His hands, despite their age, are remarkably steady. 65 years of precision work have made them reliable as the timepieces he repairs. A bell above the door chimes as you enter. Thomas looks up, removes his loop, and smiles. Welcome, welcome. Come in. Don't mind the noise. You get used to it after a while. Actually, I don't hear it anymore at all. He sets down his tools carefully. Are you here to have something repaired? Or just browsing through time? He chuckles at his own small joke. Actually, you say, I heard about your clock. The one that's been stopped for 43 years. Thomas's expression shifts, not sad exactly, more contemplative. Ah, that one. Yes. He gestures to the wall behind his bench. There, among dozens of ticking clocks, hangs one that is silent. It's beautiful, an Art Deco piece with brass hands and Roman numerals, but its hands are frozen at 3:17. That's my masterpiece, Thomas says quietly. Or it was. The best clock I ever made. Perfect mechanism, never lost a second, and I broke it deliberately 43 years ago. Why, you ask? Thomas is quiet for a moment, then says, "Would you like some tea?" This story requires tea and time, which I have plenty of, ironically. He makes tea with the same precision he applies to watches. Exact measurements, proper temperature, perfect steeping time. When you're both settled with cups, he begins. I made that clock when I was 25 years old. Just finishing my apprenticeship, it took me 6 months. Every part crafted by hand, every gear calibrated perfectly. When I finished, it was perfect, truly perfect. It kept time more accurately than any clock I've made since. More accurately than most watches you can buy today. He sips his tea. I was so proud. I hung it on the wall of my shop on opening day. It was my advertisement. See this? This is what it can do. And it worked. People came. Business grew. That clock ticked away, perfect and precise, for 19 years. Then one day, my wife Sarah came into the shop at 3:17 in the afternoon. She'd been to the doctor. She sat down, right where you're sitting, and told me she had cancer. Advanced. 6 months, maybe. Thomas's voice doesn't waver, but his eyes are distant. I looked at that clock. It was ticking away, counting the seconds of the worst moment of my life. Tick-tock, tick-tock, as if nothing had changed, as if time was still just time. And I hated it, hated how indifferent it was, how it just kept measuring, kept counting, while my world fell apart. Sarah lived for 8 months, not 6. Every day, I'd look at that perfect clock and think about time running out, about seconds ticking away, about how many hours we had left. I became obsessed with time. Every second mattered. Every minute was precious. I measured everything, how much time we had, how much was left. Sarah noticed. She said to me one day, "Thomas, you're so busy counting the seconds that you're not living in them. Stop measuring, start being." But I couldn't. I was a watchmaker. Measuring time was what I did. It was who I was. Thomas sets down his cup. Sarah died on a Tuesday morning. I was holding her hand, and at the exact moment she died, I looked at that clock, force of habit, I suppose. It was 3:17. The same time, exactly, that she'd come to tell me about the diagnosis 8 months earlier. Same time, different meaning. First time, time started running out. Second time, time stopped mattering. After the funeral, I came back to the shop, stood in front of that perfect clock, and I reached up and stopped it. Just grabbed the pendulum and held it until it stilled. It's been stopped at 3:17 ever since, 43 years. Why not fix it? You ask gently, or why not take it down? Thomas smiles. People have asked me that for 43 years. My answer has changed over time. At first, I said I kept it, stopped, because that was the moment Sarah died, a memorial to her, a frozen moment. Later, I said I kept it to remind myself that time is precious, that we shouldn't waste it. But now, he looks at the stopped clock with what might be affection. Now, I keep it stopped because it reminds me the time is just a measurement, and measurements aren't what matter. That clock is stopped, but it's not broken. I could restart it in 30 seconds if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Because I've learned, finally, after 87 years, that the most important moments exist outside of time. They can't be measured. They don't tick away. They just are. He stands slowly and walks to the clock, touches its glass face gently. 3:17, the worst moment of my life and also the beginning of understanding. Sarah was right. I was so busy measuring our time together that I wasn't fully present for it. Now, I try to live differently. When I'm with my grandchildren, I don't check my watch. When I'm working on a timepiece, I don't count the minutes. When I'm sitting in my garden, I let time pass without measuring it. This stopped clock reminds me there's clock time and there's real time. Clock time ticks away. Real time just is. The bell above the door chimes. An elderly woman enters carrying a pocket watch. Mr. Ashford, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but my father's watch has stopped again. Thomas greets her warmly. Mrs. Chen, of course. Let me see. He takes the watch, examines it through his loupe. Ah, yes, the mainspring needs replacing. Again. This is the third time, I think. Fourth, Mrs. Chen says, I know I should probably just let it go, buy a new watch. But this was my father's. He carried it for 60 years. Then it's worth fixing, Thomas says firmly. Some things transcend practicality. Come back Friday. I'll have it running perfectly. After Mrs. Chen leaves, Thomas returns to his bench. See? I still fix clocks. Still believe in keeping time. I'm not against measurement. I'm just against being ruled by it, against letting the ticking become the point instead of the life being lived. He picks up the pocket watch and begins disassembling it with practiced ease. Every watch has a heartbeat. Listen. He holds it to your ear. You hear it, a tiny rapid tick, tick, tick. That's time being measured, seconds being counted. It's beautiful in its way, precise, reliable, honest. But it's not life. Life happens in the spaces between the ticks, in the moments when you're not counting. As Thomas works on the watch, he tells you more. After Sarah died, I threw myself into work, fixing clocks 12, 14 hours a day, keeping busy, filling time. But I was miserable because I was still measuring, still counting. It's been 3 months since Sarah died. 6 months, a year. Then one day, my grandson, he was maybe 7 at the time, came to visit. He sat right there, watching me work. After a while, he asked, Grandpa, what time is it? I looked at my watch, habit, and said, 3:45. He thought about this, then asked, what time is it really, though? I didn't understand. I said, 3:45. I just told you. He shook his head. No, I mean, what time is it really? Is it work time, play time, sad time, happy time? What time is it? Thomas smiles at the memory. Out of the mouths of children, right? What time is it really? And I realized he was right. Clock time is just a measurement. Real time is about quality, not quantity, about experience, not duration. That visit with my grandson, it lasted maybe an hour by the clock, but in real time, in the time that actually mattered, it was infinite, perfect, complete. Just like every moment with Sarah had been when I wasn't too busy measuring it. So you're saying time doesn't matter? You ask. No, Thomas says carefully. I'm saying time matters, but measuring it doesn't always help. Sometimes measuring distracts us from experiencing. Look at these clocks. He gestures around the shop. They're all measuring time. But are they experiencing it? Number. They're just counting. I spent 65 years helping clocks count time, and that's good work. Necessary work. People need to know when to catch trains, when to meet friends, when appointments are. But I also spent too many years counting my own life, measuring my moments instead of living them. He holds up the pocket watch he's been repairing. This watch will measure Mrs. Chen's time, but it won't create her experiences. It won't make her happy or sad. It will just tick. The meaning comes from what she does with the time, not from the measuring of it. He returns to his workbench and carefully replaces the watch's mainspring. His hands move with the certainty of tens of thousands of repetitions. You know what I've learned, he says. The best moments of my life, my wedding day, the birth of my children, quiet evenings with Sarah, playing with my grandchildren, none of those moments were measured. Oh, they happened in time. Of course, but I wasn't checking my watch, wasn't counting seconds. I was just present, experiencing, being. Those are the moments that matter. And ironically, they're timeless. When I remember them, they don't have a duration. They just are. Several clocks chime the hours simultaneously. It's chaotic for a moment, then settles back into the steady tick-tock. Thomas smiles. Every hour this happens, every clock announcing the time, like a chorus of pay attention. Time is passing. When I was younger, it motivated me, kept me moving, kept me productive. Now, he shrugs. Now I hear it and think, yes, time is passing. And so what? Passing toward what? What's the rush? I'm 87. I probably don't have that many years left. Maybe a few, maybe more, but however many, what matters isn't counting them. What matters is being present for them. He finishes reassembling the pocket watch and winds it carefully. It starts ticking, tick, 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 precise and steady. There. Perfect. Mrs. Chen will have her father's heartbeat back. He sets it aside and looks at you directly. Do you want to know what I wish I'd understood when I was young? You nod. That stopped clock. He gestures to the frozen timepiece at 3:17. That clock is wiser now than when it was working. When it was ticking, it was measuring time, counting it, making it pass. Now that it's stopped, it's teaching time, reminding me that the most important moment is always now, that 3:17 isn't just a time on a clock, it's a reminder that any moment can be the most important moment, and that you can't measure importance in seconds or minutes. You measure it in presence, in attention, in love. And young man enters, clearly in a rush. Mr. Ashford, do you have my watch ready? I'm running late. Running late, Thomas interrupts gently. Interesting phrase. As if time is something you race, something you can be behind in. The young man looks confused. Well, yeah, I mean, I need to be somewhere at. Thomas holds up a hand. Your watch is ready. But before you go, let me ask, where are you rushing to? I have a meeting at 5. And where's are you right now? I'm here in your shop. Exactly, Thomas says. You're here right now, not at your meeting, here with me in this moment. So you can rush through this moment, measuring and counting and worrying about being late. Or you can be here fully for the 30 seconds it takes me to give you your watch. Both take the same amount of time, but one is measured and one is lived. The young man pauses, really pauses, probably for the first time that day. You're right, he says slowly. I'm always rushing, always running late, always trying to save time, but I never feel like I have enough. Thomas nods knowingly, because you're measuring it. And measurements always feel insufficient. There's never enough time when you're counting it. But when you're living it, being fully present, then even a moment is complete, sufficient, whole quote. He hands the young man his watch. There, your timepiece. May it remind you to be present, not just prompt. The young man leaves, walking slower than he entered. As the afternoon fades, you help Thomas close the shop. He covers timepieces, locks the cash register, turns off lights. The clocks continue their steady ticking, measuring the hours even when no one's listening. Thomas pauses before his stopped clock one last time. You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? He asks. What? I'm going to leave this shop an hour early. I'm going to sit in my garden and watch the sun set without checking my watch, without counting minutes. I'm going to be present for it. The colors, the temperature change, the birds settling in for night, the exact moment when day becomes evening. I have no idea how long I'll sit there. Could be 15 minutes, could be an hour, doesn't matter. Because I'll be living in real time, not clock time. He smiles. Sarah would have liked that. She always said, I needed to learn to stop counting and start being. Took me 43 years after she died to really understand what she meant. But better late than never, right? He laughs, though late is a time-based judgment. So maybe better now than not now. As you leave the shop, Thomas walks you to the door. Evening light slants through the old windows, catching dust motes, making everything golden. Thank you for listening to an old watchmaker ramble about time, he says. Thank you for teaching me about timelessness, you reply. Thomas takes your hand. Remember, the clock is not the time. The measurement is not the experience. The counting is not the living. Live in real time, not clock time. Be present, not prompt. And when someone asks, what time is it? Know that the real answer is always now. The most important time is always now. He releases your hand and watches as you step out into the evening. The last thing you hear as the door closes is the sound of all those clocks ticking away, measuring time, and one clock silent and still, teaching time. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, let go of time. Stop counting, stop measuring, stop checking how late it is or how early you need to wake. Just be here, now, in this moment. This moment doesn't need to be measured to be real, doesn't need to be counted to be valuable. It just is, and that's enough. You've spent your life racing clocks, trying to save time, make time, find time. But time isn't something you find or save or make. Time just is. What matters is what you do with your attention, where you place your presence. Thomas's stopped clock teaches the most important time is the time when you stop counting. Let yourself stop counting now. Stop measuring this moment. Stop checking how much sleep you're getting. Just sleep. Just be. Just exist in the timeless space of rest. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not running out of time. You are here, now, in the only moment that ever truly exists. And this moment is complete, sufficient, perfect, just as it is. Sleep now, dear friend, timelessly, measurelessly, completely. Let the clocks tick if they must, but you can exist outside their counting, in the space between seconds, in the pause between heartbeats, in the eternal now that's always available. Good night.